What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video, and we start off today with DSP on the pre-stream blowing himself over Street Fighter 6, finally getting to master rank with Zangief, even though you can get the master rank with a 20% win rate. And we have this from Good Chemicals. DSP is proud of his 54% win rate. He calls it an accomplishment to have a winning record. There's no irony or joke in here. Then we have username at the bottom, who shows off that it's actually 48.63, which is not a winning record. So basically, what he did was he went in the casual matches, padded his stats, otherwise these numbers would have been lower. And he was all over the place, sniffing his own farts. We have Renton Liar. When he gets in this smug, shit-eating mood, it just reminds you he deserves to be hated by everyone. He deserves to have no friends, and he deserves to have a fat wife. And then Snore Hogan adds on to that, fat and ugly, retarded wife. And we have this from Poems. DSP's life story is like hidden master rank on low tiers in Street Fighter 6.
Alexander says you always say you can't win with the characters I pick. Yeah, but except I do. I hit master with all of them, right? Did I not? And I have a winning record with all of them. I literally have a winning record master character with every single fighter I selected and played seriously. So even though I complain because it's hard and it's frustrating and it's stressful, I still do it. So what's the fucking problem here? Right? I'm sorry. Did you want me to just pick a top tier and steamroll? Is that what it is? You just want to see Phil steamroll? What's the fun in that? Isn't life about adversity and overcoming adversity? Isn't that my story? In the 16 years I've been here is overcoming adversity and still being here? Why would it have been fun if day one on YouTube I became virally popular, I was a millionaire, and every day I get 1 million viewers on everything? Where's the story there? That's boring. That's fucking stupid. That's brain dead mouth drooler shit. You want the story of someone who perseveres, right? That's what this is about. That's the interesting stuff, right?
No, Phil, you're just the person that's last at the party that refuses to leave. Everyone keeps telling you, okay, time to go, let's go, pack it up. And you're like, no, I refuse to go. Eventually, you will leave that place. And your life story is not about overcoming stuff and persevering. Your life story is you got very lucky at a right time, right place, where there was no one doing it basically. But as soon as competition came around, all of a sudden, every single metric went down. It's not funny how that is. How everyone else evolved, you stayed the same, yet all your numbers went down. And the only thing you're going to be remembered for is when you jerked off on May 1st. Then he went on to say that anyone playing Cammy online is a troll. He said nobody's playing as her except for trolls who trying to ruin his good times and sabotage his master rank. Then he finally got the master rank with Zangief, and then he proclaimed he's never playing Zangief again. That is right, it was all for nothing. He just wants the bragging rights that he got on the master rank. So who's the next character he's going to play? Well, he said he's going to go back to Dhalsim and Blanca. And not only that, he's going to be playing in casual matches. How exciting, Phil. Then the topic of Assassin's Creed Shadows came up, and he went on to describe the character, and he said, and I quote, there is a, and then there was a long pause, black character. And then he went on to say it's not historically accurate, even though the games are based on history, not history accurate. It's like when they do movies, and they're all based on true events. It's basically like 10% true stuff, and 90% Hollywoodized. Then he even went on to say that Assassin's Creed Syndicate was also not accurate because there was women in the gangs on the street, and women were never part of the gangs. Then we have In Another Place, who explains it in easy terms. Phil's crapping on the upcoming Assassin's Creed because it says it's historical, which he's confusing with historically accurate. Historical means it's set in the past and based on fact. Historically accurate means it's factual. They aren't the same, DSP. Well, that's big brain burnout right there. And we got username. Historical could be like him being a content creator who was trolled because he was immature. Historically accurate would be that he built up a community of trolls because he was a racist, boring, sexist, dumb, idiotic, moronic, piece of shit beggar with no irredeemable traits. And then he went on to compare to Ghost of Tsushima and said Sucker Punch is a small indie company. That's why they take so long to make games. And they're working on the second one, but it's going to be a while because they're such a small indie company. And I point this out, DSP is saying that Sucker Punch is a small indie company, that's why it takes so long to make games. Then I show a screenshot. Sucker Punch Productions is an American game developer located in Belleville, Washington. The company was founded in 1997 and acquired by Sony Interactive Entertainment in 2011, becoming part of Worldwide Studios. And that led into the discussion of Afro Samurai, where DSP said that when he opened up the case, there was a coupon for fried chicken, and that was part of the marketing. Then he went on to make the comparison. An Italian getting a coupon for Olive Garden is the same as a black person getting a coupon for fried chicken. Then we have Meow Blocked. DSP is an authentic, true Italian.
They're eating slop, and they don't know it. And so as a true Italian, growing up on the East Coast of the USA, where there were authentic Italian restaurants everywhere, you go to Olive Garden, and you're like, oh my God, this is like atrocious torture, like cultural ruin. How could they do that to that cuisine, you know?
I would just say this, other comments like this, I can't wait for DS Politics. It's gonna be the biggest trash fire you've ever seen, and I'm all for it. I'll have my popcorn ready for it. We have Otter. Gets to the end of DSPN News, has no contributions, so straight into a bag for support. Again, an excuse for why suggestion box can't be done, even though there's over half an hour to go. And then I put this out, DSP has nothing to talk about, no support coming in, and is now asking his viewers why they like his clothes. And Snort Hogan adds on to that, yeah, time to turn this the fuck off, lol. And we have Meow. Everything about this was awkward. Wait till you see the sway in this, dudes.
Oh my God. I look like a neighborhood dad operating the grill. Well, there you go. There you go. I guess that's better than looking like the neighborhood creep who lives in the basement doing illicit things on the internet that the feds would probably arrest him for, right? Exactly. I'm a normal dude.
I'm a normal dude.
Phil, Derek does so much work for you, why you gotta disrespect him like that? Just kidding, go fuck yourself, Derek. And of course, you can't have Phil talking about clothes without talking about LTG, who lives rent-free. That's why he wears all that clothing. And we have this from DSP Historical Society. LTG living rent-free, and Phil with no skill head.
Thank you so much, Black Cat. Get that started. A lot of people compliment this shirt. I don't know why. Why do you guys like this shirt so much? This is just one of my many in the rotation, but a lot of people today say, oh, I like the shirt. Is there a reason why you're saying that? Particularly why you like the shirt? Drippy? It's drippy? It's a drippy shirt? You like the drip? Is that what it is? You like the drip? Does it slap? Does the drip slap today? Is that what it is? The colors go well? It's nice juxtaposed to a black undertee. Oh, a fashion stream. We have a fashion stream. Don't tell LTG that I have drip now. Because remember, that was the big thing he said about me last year, is that I need to get the right complexion. I need to start looking good, dressing the part, right? Don't tell him that I've improved in the last year. He might, you know, have an aneurysm or something.
My God, he is the whitest person I've ever seen. And the most boomer person ever. Him using those words just made me cringe so much. Then DSP followed that up with a joke about how people come to his door and make fun of him for the way he dresses. But then quickly said, do not do that, do not come to my door, or you'll go to jail. And we have poems. Spoilers, you won't get arrested. You would just get told to leave. Stepping foot inside that community isn't immediate grounds for an arrest. The gated community and we own the roads only go so far. And we have Real Juan Bennett. Schrodinger's beggar. Wildly successful, but still really needs your help again. Then he went on to play another Crab's Treasure. Absolutely horrible. And the support was really, really low. Outside of one generous tip. Seems to be happening in every single stream. But now he's getting really greedy. He doesn't want just $50. He wants $100. And if you're not talking about the game, there's something wrong with you. Talk about the game or Phil or get the fuck out.
You guys are, I'm happy you guys are here and talking. Literally no one is talking about the game at all, right? It is what it is. But I'm happy that you guys are still here. And again, if you guys like this game, please support the stream. Or if you just like my content in general, we did hit the tier 1 tips goal, which is great. Outside of that, though, pretty much we got nothing. We had like 1 super chat and 1 membership today. It would be great to get a little bit more support if you like the content, okay? Super chats, memberships, or tips would all be appreciated. And remember, tonight, Star Wars Battlefront silliness continues at 6:45 p.m. as we continue to play that broken game. Okay. Oh, ooh. I should die instantly. Okay, you guys ready?
Then nothing else happened in Another Crab's Treasure, except when he had to stop the stream, go talk to his wife, because the guacamole was still frozen in the freezer. That is right, DSP freezes his guacamole. Remember when he's always saying, oh, it's homemade this, homemade that? He told a story how he went to the store, and it was buy one, get the second free. So he got 2 pre-made packages of guacamole, ate one, and froze the other. Who the hell freezes guacamole? Then we get to the night stream, and it seems like every night stream, it's generously supported. And DSP's getting worried, because it's all these people who've never tipped before, brand new viewers, are tipping $50 to $100 plus. And it's funny because Thorax the plumber did his big tips, then all of a sudden he was done. Now Waffins is tipping. It'd be very interesting if Waffins stops tipping and someone new starts tipping. But Phil, he's in that paranoid state, but this is also his new scam. But he kept saying, this is what the trolls want. Don't look at the leaderboard. Pretend it doesn't say anything and just keep tipping me like you usually would. So he's trying to get them to double dip, milk them even further. And Phil, how long can you do this? With 1 minute man gone, OIC is basically running the shop outside of Street Fighter Night with Jax. You'll get your occasional NDO, your occasional Hiseo and whatnot. I don't even think Canadian Kirk is there anymore. But how long can OIC sustain this? That is the question. And I think Phil realizes that. That's why he's getting so paranoid, because he knows the end is coming. It's only a matter of time. So we got this from Poems. DSP sets up Chargeback Saga 3.0 for nearly 10 minutes.
Okay. Alright, well, I received a $50 tip from Waffins, who says, I hope your night is going well. Well, thank you, Waffins, for a $50 tip. I appreciate this. Now, Waffins, I really hope that you're legit, and the reason I say that, please understand that I'm not ungrateful, but I have to be skeptical because there's a few people, you're one of them, who recently have just mysteriously started coming by my streams and doing these contributions, and I don't really know you that well. You just kind of started joining, right? And I appreciate it because I know you became a member, and you've done super chats as well, and now you're doing these tips. I really appreciate it, but I just hope that it's real, and I just want to bring up with everyone that already trolls have come out and admitted that over the last month, they have organized an effort to give me tips, and then basically they're going to all charge them back later in the month. That's what they're saying. They're going to try to, at the end of this month, hit me with a ton of chargebacks, which of course would really screw up my business, and I can't stop that. I would have to argue and dispute them all. I just hope that, you know, you get a few new people. There was Waffins. There's also this Thorax the plumber who came by last month with a, or last night actually, with a super generous tip. And it's like, I just hope that these are legit. And the fact that Waffins already did other contributions makes me feel a little bit better about it. So thank you, Waffins, for that. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I really appreciate it. And thank you. The night, obviously, is going to go well as we relax here and we enjoy Star Wars together, right? So let's see what happens. Hopefully, fingers crossed, all of these different contributions that have been coming in recently are legit. If a few of them are bad, I mean, there's nothing I can do. And, you know, again, hope for the best. And I appreciate that, Waffins. I hope it is legit. Okay. not that stuff's illegitimate. It's that people lie after the fact and commit fraud. Like, literally, they will say to PayPal, oh, that was not authorized, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, there you go. And no, Sarah, there's no way that I can not acknowledge a contribution until it hits my bank account. I mean, would you never want me to shout out contributions ever? I mean, that's what it would be then. I would literally never be shouting anything out. Because keep in mind, it is fraud. It's actually a crime. I'm not joking. It's a crime to lie to PayPal and say, oh, that was an unauthorized transaction. Or, you know, oh, I didn't mean to do this. Or, you know, sometimes they just lie outright about bullshit. They'll be like, you know, this was a sale on PayPal. Like, no, it wasn't. There was no sale. There was no sale transpired. You know, but they'll try to be bullshitting in order to try to fuck around. And then I clap back and I say, no, absolutely not. Here's the evidence. You know, here's my PayPal page where people tips through. It says right on it. It says no refunds. It's a tip that was live shout out. Here's the evidence. Here's the moment of the video where it happened. And, you know, it's in the hands of PayPal. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, you know. I just hope that, again, this isn't like a concerted effort by a bunch of people that all of a sudden at the end of this month now I'm going to get a ton of chargebacks back to back. That would really hurt. And Waffins, please understand, I'm not trying to talk negatively about you or saying that I believe that this is, you know, that you're faking or anything. I'm just saying, you know, I got to be skeptical. It's you and literally you and maybe 3 other people recently have come by in the last couple of weeks, and all of a sudden I'm getting these tips. It's like, right? It'd be one thing if I knew it was like a regular or someone, you know, who like we talking and chatting, but all of a sudden, all at once, a few people coming by and doing these tips. Just to forewarn you, it is a crime what you're doing, and you know, I'll do my best. If for anyone who has ideas, again, not saying that this is Waffins, but anyone who has ideas that they're going to commit a crime, yeah, I don't let it go. I'll go right to PayPal with all the evidence. I'll tell them they should be prosecuting, and, you know, we'll see what happens. Mr. No, the thing is, anyone who actually does a super chat or a membership, like, those are legit. Now, of course, there's fake memberships that are done through a VPN, which we know about. But anyone who's doing the legit ones, I can see that they're legit, and that never gets refunded. It's only the tips that have the chance to be refunded. Game Boy, what's going on? How are you tonight? So, like, for example, Dark Souls Master, I have no accusations to say that I think that you're a troll because you're doing legit super chats, you know? Waffins has a 9-year-old channel? Holy shit. 9 years old? Damn. I went to his channel. It's 9 years old, so it's been around for ages. Here. Can I go to his channel? I'm sure I could if this would work. Go to channel. Let's look. Got some random stuff. Completely random stuff. All right. Well, Waffins, again, I hope you're legit. Like I said, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and trust you. Thank you for that very generous first tip of the, well, second tip of the night. Excuse me. It was the second tip of the night. Okay. What's his credit score? Oh, it's pretty good. It's like a 696, I think. It's pretty good credit score. Okay. All right. Are we ready?
I love, too, that DSP is so paranoid now. He's now checking everyone's YouTube pages. And then DSP's Star Wars stream did not go very well. He sucks at the game. So he decided to quit the game and hang out.
I'm not feeling... You guys aren't even talking about the game nor talking to me. I feel like since we're disconnected, we should just maybe hang out for half an hour before I adjourn, because I don't want to have you guys be bored. Like, literally, no one's talking in the chat right now. It's dead completely. You guys are just not paying attention. So... Yeah, 672 is the first person to earn the Diamond Crown. That's correct. And then we lost anyway. Yeah, I think we'll call it quits with the gameplay here. This is no one's paying attention. It's obvious you guys are bored. I was second best on my team, by the way. Maybe or not, we'll do this again. Listen, I like it. I'm having a fun time. This is my best night ever. You see how many kills I'm getting? I think I've got the game down pat now. Like, I know how to play it even with the lag. But you guys are just kind of completely disconnected here. So I think we'll call the gameplay quits. But the stream will not end yet. All right. But anyway, if you're watching this on demand, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Sorry, I'm adjourning a little early, but the stream is like dead. No one is talking, and I'm like, this is obviously not what I want to do. People are falling asleep. So, all right, I'll see you next time. Okay, guys. So let's forget this. Let's shut this down and let's just hang out for like a half an hour. I don't want to do that. I fucked up. Now this game.
That is right, guys. Another game quit. This time a board quit. And then the Waffins paranoia over chargebacks did not end there. We have more paranoia from DSP. By the way, he hit the $150 tip goal and refused to put on the vest. Again, that's 2 vests in a row he scammed his viewers.
Well, Waffins just did another $30 tip and said, thanks for the stream, Waffins. Well, Waffins, you're welcome. Again, thank you for the amazing generosity tonight. And again, I really hope it's legit. He assures me it's legit. He's also become a member and done other contributions. So it's not that he's just tipping. But I totally understand why people are skeptical that Waffins literally came by tonight and dropped like $130 in tips. Right? So thank you, Waffins, but I really hope that it's real. Again, I hope you understand my skepticism of why when literally my trolls are coming out and saying, oh, by the way, we're going to have people come on stream and tip Phil just to charge him back later in the month. Like, they've literally...
Then he went on to talk about his old jobs, one of them being Wells Fargo. And we have this from Otter. Phil is again talking about Wells Fargo being a predatory loan company, and them giving credit cards and remortgages to people with bad credit. Do we know anyone that fits that profile and is hoping to remortgage their home? Not only that, when he worked for Wells Fargo, he got credit cards through them before he quit, and maxed them out going to Street Fighter tournaments. There's a reason he's called Half a Mil Phil, because he went in debt for $500,000. Then DSP went on to talk about his school and how he kept failing classes and leaving classes and dropping classes because it's his teacher's fault. Every single story, teacher's fault, teacher's fault, teacher's fault. He claimed no responsibility. He did everything correct. It's all their fault. So we have good chemicals. DSP says he dodged a bullet, not completing a computer programming related degree because there are no jobs. Instead, he got a finance degree and can only be hired for shitty jobs anyway. He claims the computer programming bubble burst. Phil, if there's any word you should not be saying, is burst. Then we have this from Poems. DSP did everything correct in his past. It's everyone else who wronged him and left him in a bad way.
And then in college, I went to college for computer programming. The problem was the teacher was atrociously bad. He was like one of those brainiac dudes who like understood computer programming, but he couldn't relay it or teach it. He just knew it in his head. Probably one of those introvert fuckers. It's like, so why are you a teacher then? If you literally can't teach, why the fuck are you deciding to be a teacher? Just go program. Truth is, he probably couldn't get a job programming, so he decided to teach, and then, you know, it's stupid. So I've already told this story before, but basically I lucked out, and here's why. So I started college in the year 2000. That was before the tech bubble burst. So everyone thought, oh, you want to be a computer programmer because you're going to have like a life job, right? Back then it was all the rage to being in a computer programmer. So I went for 1 semester, hated it because the teacher was terrible. I was doing my second semester, and half through my second semester, I couldn't take this guy anymore. And he was the only one teaching computer programming in the whole school. So I said, fuck this. I'm just done with this. So I changed I went back to undeclared, and later I became a finance major. By the time I graduated from that college, the bubble had burst on the tech industry, and no one was hiring computer programmers. So everyone was coming out of college with a degree that you literally could have used to wipe your ass with when you ran out of toilet paper because there were no jobs. They laid off everyone in the sector. So luckily for me, I didn't do that. I kind of really lucked out. Problem is, I went into finance, and finance is just as bad because in the finance sector, you need to know someone or you need to have tons of experience to get a good job. I didn't know anyone. I didn't have experience because I had to work full time to pay for college. So I couldn't do like an unpaid internship or anything like that. I was working the entire time I was in university. So I graduate, and again, I've got a degree, and guess what I could do with it? Wipe my fucking ass with it. So I ended up with the other useless degree. I've literally never, I got one job ever as a result of having a finance degree, and it was working for Wells Fargo Financial, which was known as a predatory lender.
You can tell, even growing up and in school, he was so lazy. He expected, as soon as he graduated, to have a job lined up. He expected just to walk into a job interview, wave his degree around, and they go, okay, Mr. Burnell, let's get you started. Then someone talked about how he's behind the times and how he should be jumping on the hot stuff at the hot times. And DSP said he is playing the slow game. Oh, I agree with that. He's definitely slow. And not rushing into doing new things. People were doing things too quick, trying to get the bag. He was talking about DSP Reacts, Throwback, Future Politics channel, and future content. That is right, DSP played the slow game on reacting to content. Just like he played the slow game on direct capture. Then he went on about how Baldur's Gate 3 almost killed his business. And he said he got $100 to stream, but almost no super chats and memberships, which is absolutely a lie. He made bank on that playthrough. Then DSP described himself as future-proofing himself as a variety streamer. And then someone asked him about getting bigger and getting a bigger audience and making more money. And DSP said he's happy where he is and doesn't want his content to change. But he also wants to evolve his content. Make that make sense, Phil. And then he went on to say, don't you guys want to cheer for the guy who clawed his way and fought for everything, despite all the obstacles in the way? Or do you want to cheer for someone who fell into luck? In my head at that point, I'm like, Phil, you fell into luck. And then he goes on to say that he's the one that clawed his way to the top. And I knew at that point, he lives in a different reality than everyone else. Then one of the dumbest statements DSP has ever said in 2024 at least. He was talking about future content and stuff he's not done yet, but he wants to do. And he said he is interested in doing video game speedruns. Let that sink in for a second. DSP, the man who plays everything so slowly, wants to do speedruns. We've all seen how he does with retro games, Zelda 2, Castlevania, etc. He saves scums like crazy in those. Then we got finally an update. The future of Khet and DSP Gaming is explained.
Is co-op with Khet indefinitely on hold? Alright, without giving specifics, basically for over a month, stuff was really getting messed up with all kinds of stuff. There was scheduling issues with work. There was health issues. There was all kinds of shit going on. Alright? We're looking to reschedule it, but now, because it's been so long, we kind of like keep forgetting about it. So, I gotta bring it up with her. Like, I want to do co-op with her. She wants to do it. But it's like, it kind of like just got fallen by the wayside. It's like every week there was something else coming up. It's like, come on. You get to a point where you get exhausted. You're like, is it just not meant to be? Because why is it that literally every week something kept coming up to annoy us and make it so we couldn't do it? You know? So, we want to still do it. It's still in the cards. I bought the game to do it. It's just that we got to figure out when it works. All right? So, thanks for bringing it up. That reminds me that I have to bring it up with her. You know, maybe we can get it started within, you know, the next 1 to 2 weeks. Maybe on a Saturday night we can do it. Because I definitely want to do it. I think it'll be fun, you know? But it just sucks that it got delayed so long because of personal shit going on, you know? Will Khet ever return? The intention is yes. It's up again. I have an open door policy. If she wants to come on this stream at any time, she can come on. That's her call. But I don't sit here pressuring her about it every day. I would love to have her come on. I bought the game to do co-op. All right. But just personal shit got in the way, which happens in life, sadly. Again, keep in mind, she's not a full-time streamer. She's not a streamer of any capacity. She's not used to being in here. Right? It makes her a little uncomfortable to be kind of in front of an audience and stuff like that. And if you've got a million other things going on, which she has, like I said, her work screwed it up. The original week we were supposed to do it, her work changed her schedule. So we couldn't do it. So then we rescheduled for a weekend, and then health stuff happened. We're like, oh, come on. So then with the health stuff happening, we couldn't do it then. And then it just kept getting delayed. And you get to a point where you're finally like, you know, It just put it on indefinite hold so that way people stop expecting it, right? So now here's the thing. When we eventually do it, because we will, when we eventually do it, there'll be some cool hype behind it, right? So that's good. But we want to be sure that when we do it, it's the right time, when basically she's in a good mood, she's not exhausted from work, she's not pissed off about stuff, she's not feeling sick or ill or anything like that, right? We'll be at a time when we're all on the right page to come in here and have fun together. Then it's going to be fun. Not, oh, I'm coming in here begrudgingly because we promised the viewers that we would do it, and now we're going to do it. It's going to be like work. You're not going to enjoy it. You know, it's got to be something fun. So let's see how it goes. And again, I'll bring it up with her again, and we'll see, you know, what she said.
I love how he keeps saying, I have to bring it up to her. I have to bring it up to her. And then one of the excuses, oh, we're going to wait till she's not pissed off about stuff. Phil, she's just not into you. Just face it. She doesn't want to do this. I love how he said as well, she's not a streamer in any capacity, even though she used to stream. Phil, just take the hint. Leave her alone. Let her be downstairs crying, playing Skyrim for the 70th time. Eat her $200 DoorDash order. Just let her be. And that was quite a day. He's currently on his day off, so next stream we get the awesome, always excited Phil's day off segment. I can't wait for that. About how he DoorDash food and watch his wife play a game. So if you guys like that, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe to my other channels on the details of the end cards. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.